Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to our 4th episode in the 35 Tala Alankaram series. If you haven't watched our previous episodes, then I will have links down below in the description and you're welcome to check them out. In our previous episodes, we did Dhruva Talam, Matya Talam and Rupaka Talam, and we looked at each of these Alankarams in 5 different Jatis. Now if you're not very familiar with what Alankarams are and what Jatis are, the parts of the Alankaram, I've done a very elaborate video lesson just talking about the aspects of Alankarams, and there we go in depth into the structure of an Alankaram, what a Laghu means, what a Dhritam means, what a Jati means, and how the whole 35 Tala Alankaram system in Carnatic music came about. I will link that video in the description as well. Now, if you want to jump straight into this video, but you still don't have a big idea about what Jatis are, parts of the Alankaram, I will just give you a quick refresher. So in Carnatic music, we have the Tala Alankarams. I'm sure you must have gone through that in your beginner lessons, isn't it? But in the Tala Alankarams, we are only looking at one specific variation of that Alankaram. Now, what do I mean by that? So, for example, the Dhruva Tala Alankaram, we look at Chaturashra Jati Jampa Talam, which is the 4 counts in a Laghu. So, Laghu means a tap followed by finger counting. Dhritam is a wave of a hand. So, Dhruva Talam has a Laghu, a Dhritam, and followed by 2 Laghus consecutively. And in your beginner lessons, you only learn the Chaturashra Jati Dhruva Talam, which means you have 4 counts in a Laghu. But it can be Tishram, it can be Khanda, Mishra and Sankeerna. So you have 5 variants of just Dhruva Talam, isn't it? We have 7 different Alankarams and 5 different Jatis. 5 different Jatis are Tishra Jati, which is 3, Chaturashra Jati 4, Kanda Jati is 5, then Mishra Jati, which is 7, and Sankeerna Jati, which is 9. So all these are the number of counts that go into the finger counting, which is called the Laghu, in other words. So we have 5 Jatis and 7 Alankarams. Each of these 7 Alankarams can be rendered in 5 different Jatis. So that's why we have 7 times 5, 35 different Alankarams. If that felt very quick and fast and you're still confused, then don't worry. There is a separate video where we go in depth into these concepts and highly encourage that you check them out. Now, in this episode, we will be looking at the Jampa Tala Alankaram. Now, what is Jampa Talam? The structure of Jampa Talam is a Laghu, then a Anudhritam, and then followed by a Dhritam. So, a Laghu, which is a tap followed by finger counting. Then there is a Anudhritam. Now, Anudhritam, you can understand it as a half a Dhritam, just a tap, just a beat is called Anudhritam. But when you do a complete wave of a hand, that is called a Dhritam. So, if you recall in your beginner lessons, you did the Mishra Jati Jampa Tala Alankaram, isn't it? So that goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 2. But that was just one variant. Now in this video, we will be rendering all the 5 variants of Jampa Tala Alankaram. So are you ready? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jayshree Nagarajan, and here we talk all things Carnatic music, and we explore all the different types of concepts that we typically learn in a classroom setting or in a one-on-one session with a live teacher. I started learning at a much later in my adult life when I finally was blessed with really good teachers who agreed to take me from the beginner level all the way to today performing concerts and exploring Manodharmam in great depth. Something I never even dreamed of in my musical journey. And that's really been the reason why I started this channel, just to be able to educate many such people who are like me. Maybe you're struggling with finding the right teacher, or you want to supplement your existing learning with some additional concepts and exercises, or you just want to have fun and geek about Carnatic music just like me. Either which way, if you bumped onto this channel, welcome. Feel free to explore my channel. I've done detailed videos on various different concepts, theoretical and practical, and sing-along videos, and even just listening resources where you just listen to certain compositions over and over again and thereby train your ears. Alright, now let's start with the standard Jampa Tala Alankaram that we are already familiar with, which is the Mishra Jati Jampa Talam. And feel free to join me and sing along if you already know this. I am in G sharp. The Alankaram goes like this. Sa re ga sa re ga ma re ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ma pa da ni pa da ni sa ni da pa ni da pa ma da pa ma ga re ma ga re sa. Now let's look at the other 4 variants one by one. Let's start with the Tishra Jati. Tishra means 3, right? So a Laghu, Anudhritam and then Adhritam. What would it look like with the Tishra Jati? It'll go like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. Simple, right? So it's basically 6 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the pattern goes like this. Sa re ga ma pa ma pa da ni da ni sa ni da ni da pa ma pa ma ga ma ga re sa. That was fun, right? It always amuses me when I try some patterns in a talam which I'm not really used to. Some non-standard rhythmic pattern which we generally don't use in compositions or whatnot, right? It just activates some neural pathways which I'm not used to and wakes me up in a way. Let me know in the comments how you feel like when you practice these alankarams which are in completely different jatis and sounds very different. Now let's look at the Chaturashra Jati Jampa Talam. Chaturashra means 4 in a laghu. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2. The Alankaram goes like this. Sa re ga ma pa ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ni da pa ma pa ma ga re sa. Another fun thing you could do with this Chaturashra Jati Jampa Talam is you can try to sing an existing pattern that you already know that fits 7 beats. Now what do I mean by that? Now Chaturashra Jati Jampa Talam has 7 beats, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say you have Tishra Triputam, which you already know. Sa re ga ma pa. It goes like 3 and 4, right? Try to fit that in this alankaram. Sa re ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni sa. it'll fit. That was fun, isn't it? Now, in this way, you can switch up different patterns. Now, what is the advantage of doing that? It just takes you out of the mundane, routine things that you're already used to. Sometimes it's important for us to break a specific routine or a pattern that our body and mind is already used to. This is so that we are not blindly doing something just because you're used to and going like a autopilot. Yes, going on an autopilot is also important, especially when you are doing some performances, concerts, manodharma. It is important to get there. But at the same time, it is also important to shake things a little bit so that your conscious mind comes alive and you're challenging your brain in different ways, and make sure that your talam finger positions are accurate to that particular alankaram structure, but the pattern is something different. These kind of experimentation can just shake things a little bit up, make you come alive in many ways. Also, if you learn how to explore this way, you can practice forever and you can just have fun during your practices, just like some brain games. Alright, now let's look at the Kanda Jati Jampa Talam. Khanda means 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now note, this is 8 beats. So you can do all sarali varisais in this talam, isn't it? Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga re sa, like that, and so on. I'm not going to go through all the sarali varisais in this video. We will look into the actual pattern for this alankaram, but this is just an idea where you can explore in your own way. So the pattern for Kanda Jati Jampa Talam goes like this. Sa re ga ma pa ga ma pa da ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ni da pa ma ga pa ma ga re sa. And then finally we have the Sankeerna Jati Jampa Talam. Sankeerna means 9 in the laghu. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the pattern goes like this. Sa re ga ma pa da ga ma pa da ni ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ni da pa ma ga da pa ma ga re pa ma ga re sa. So that concludes our episode on Jampa Tala Alankaram in all the 5 jatis. I will also link a PDF down below that you can download for your own guide. I encourage you to take a printout and practice it. For the initial few times, it will be useful to look at the patterns and sing with it. But eventually you can grow out of it and see if you can generate your own patterns and mindfully applying the jati and the alankaram structure for each of these and coming up with your own patterns that can fit in this nicely. By the way, you may have noticed in the PDF I have linked the QR code as well to make it easy for you to jump to the specific video lesson in case you're stuck or you want to get unblocked on certain things and swarasthanams and patterns and whatnot, make sure to utilize these resources. These are absolutely free, and please do comment below if you are really finding them useful. It means a lot to me. I'm putting a lot of effort in coming up with these resources to make them easily accessible for those who want to learn but are finding it hard to find the good resources. And just looking at your comments gives me huge encouragement and energy to make more such videos. Keep those comments coming. Happy practicing, and I will see you in another episode with another Alankaram. Until then, thank you for watching.